See that? That's letting the oxygen get in there as you're cutting it. Put the tip on it now. If you have a tendency to start pulling back, and then what happens when you're pulling it back, you end up not even melting the metal. And this metal takes a little while to heat. You're pulling it back on me.
I'm not. I'm holding it still. It's resting against here.
I know. You got to hold it still. It'll take the metal a while to actually melt down because this metal is even harder than silver. You're still moving around. That's it. Hold the tip, blue tip right on the end of it.
My hand naturally shakes too.
Well, shaking's okay as long as you don't shake too much. Just keep the blue tip right on the metal. See it's starting to melt now?
I love how we get up.
You're moving it. Don't worry about them. You watch this.
Sweet.
You're still pulling it back. There you go. If you don't keep it on, it won't matter. I mean, I'm just a difference in a few degrees in temperature will cause it to melt or not melt. So you have to stay really close to it. See where it's starting to melt now? That's good.
Now your hands are warm.
Huh?
I said now your hands are warm.
See it's starting to melt now. It's rolling down in. Keep the blue tip on it. It's starting to melt down into the puddle now. See that?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put this on there. Don't move. Guys, you're all going to have to move those out of the way. I don't even get those flags or molds, and we're not going to be able to. I won't be able to move around. See how it's pulling that stuff back now? Keep the heat right on there. All right, I'm going to go get your mold. You did put D on yours, right? Okay. Keep it right there.
Yeah, too bad you have to use your chair to get that tall.
You're going to have to stay right with me now when we put this in here, okay? And we'll move it forward so we can lock this in. Keep the heat on it. You're moving it off to the side. Okay. All right. Now, you might want to just get back. You keep that on there, okay? Let me have it. All right, everybody get back. Get back. Now, hopefully it worked.
Hopefully.
So this is gonna be out in the open? Like, it's gonna be in the mold?
No, it's
No, like, the lid is open, right? Yeah. We don't need to close it?
well, we don't have any. We could close it, but it wouldn't make any difference once we cast.
Really?
Because the whole purpose of this, and I'll show you in a minute. I've got a couple of different kinds of crucibles that you fire with. I got one that's got a cover over it, like we're holding the fire down here, but it's for larger amounts of metal. How many times do you wind it?
Twice.
Twice. Don't go any more than that, because if you do, you might pull these screws that's holding it on the plate, you might pull it right out of the ground. I mean, out of the tabletop here.
Island. We call it island. Huh?
What do you want to call it?
It's an island.
It's an island now.
It's more likely a long island.
Now, once we go through the process here and showing you, since I'm doing hers first, you want this to sort of slow down to where you can stop it with your hand, but this is still going a bit too fast. And then I'll show you the process of what's going on for the next step. Now, again, you need to keep this glove on, but I remember this has got a hole in it here.
Why does that hole in it?
Because somebody
It's old, Joey.
stabbed
And
the
these are
hole
hard to
into it.
find. I've got a leather one back there which I thought would work, but it doesn't work that well. It's hot.
So you used it?
Well, yeah, we tried to use it to see if it was going to work.
Someone
Now,
stabbed the hole into it.
this, Joey. Now, all right. What we're going to do now is move this back a little bit, okay, and pull the flask out. Okay, and I want to show you here as I do this. See the metal inside of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to drop this in. When you drop it in, it's going to start sizzling. Let me see. I got to get a wire brush here. I'm just right here. Nope.
First up. This fogger. All these scratches get nerves. Okay, it's much better. Can't see anymore. Okay, that's better.
Wire brushes. I don't know what happened. We can use all these. Kind of keep this clean so we can use it. This will help to clean stuff out. Now, what this is going to do, and this is usually pretty cool, and we need to clean these out eventually. Got that? When we can clean it and put it in a waste can, I'll show you what to do there. Now, here's the ring. See what it did? See how it cast? Now, we need to take this. We've got to get all this stuff off of here because this is nothing more than the investment that's down in the ring. And don't get this glove wet. Everybody got that? That thumb, I think, is why it started falling apart, because it got wet.
So the
Take-
fire retardant, but it's not waterproof?
No. Now, guys, here's a lot of this stuff you really got to take your time cleaning. You can see some air bubbles got on here, but we can sand those off or grind those off. And I've got another little brush here someplace if I can find it. And you're not going to hurt these by brushing them, okay, because they're metal. So you can, the more you brush and get all this stuff out, really the better it'll end up cleaning for you in the long run. Now I'll pass this around, let you look at it, and you can see what's going to happen and what she's going to be doing. And then I'll show you the next step, all right?